is turned upside down. Thrust into a conflict where ancient shadows fight secret wars. For control of the future. Her allies hide in plain sight. But so do her enemies.
I start on time, perfectly, and Mo Biggs isn't even here to see it.
What is up with Mo? Why is he doing this to us?
He's been riding my ass all week, saying, well, not all week, a couple of days, ever since I got my giant head when Dan Frager was effusively praising me the other night. And welcoming in, is that a word? No, that's not a word. I welcomed it. And ever since then, he's been there to keep me in check. So I thought, well, now I was just really rushed there. I didn't realize it was getting so late. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll play the trailer. Quick, go. And now he's not even here to see it. Outrageous.
Well, Mo is a good guy. He's very helpful. We can be forgiving. Where's Ben?
We do love Mo. He's got the invite, but I sent it really late. Like I said, we were chatting and I lost track of time, and he'll be here. He'll be here. He was keen. He's been out retweeting and liking things. He's out there. He'll be here. Hey, but we got people in the chat. We need Ben when we got people in the chat. Crackhead's here. Lord Crackhead. How the fucking chat as always. Bandito is grabbing ice. His giant ice block. He can't come on without a little bit of whiskey and a giant ice block. VIP says, howdy, y'all. Howdy, y'all. Todd's Truth is here. He says, hail. Michael Bancroft, hail, smiling Bandito. You were taken off guard that we were starting.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Nemesis is here. He says, magnificent intro. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Antoine says, evening, gents, as always. Great to see you here, Antoine. Gelf is back. He says, where the F is my drop bear? It's on its way. It's coming with the book. You get it all in one package, my friend. Although you're in Australia, I could actually send it to you early and sort of get it out there, but I'm not going to. I have a window for when I'm going to draw all my head sketches and things, and it's while the book is away getting printed. And then, and Brad's here too.
Mm-hmm.
Hail, pimps and players! Right back at you, Brad. Great to see you.
I was across. Speaking of your intro, I was across the basement turning off the fan over there, which makes the basement get cold when you turn that off. But when the intro started, it scared the crap out of me. Just so you know. And Ben is here. Bring Ben in.
I'm getting to it. I was about to get into a big segue. Now it's all. By the way, you sound good now, Blue. I don't know what you did, but sounds perfect.
Oh.
Ben, how you going, buddy?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Ben.
Sorry, I'm getting lazy. I send people the links way too late. But you know, it is what it is. It makes for a little bit of unprofessional radio magic.
Oh, I don't mind. I don't mind one bit.
So you sent me a message, I don't know, about a week ago saying, like we should do it again because this is our second time around. We've had one before. We had such a fun time.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, absolutely. And then I checked and I said, it's been like 3 weeks. We'll make it like a round month. And then in that meantime, you went and got yourself funded.
Well, I didn't do it alone. Obviously, I had help from a lot of folks, including Blue Samurai Zero here.
Oh, you're welcome. It was
Yeah,
fun.
no, it's been great to watch. It's the campaigns that do take a little bit extra longer. We like to see everyone get funded straight away, but you actually have a pretty high goal.
Yeah.
It does get a bit nail biting, but it also adds to a bit of excitement, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely. Absolutely. And I mean, the fact that we've built so much on the original goal, like I'm really excited now.
Yeah, it must be such a relief for you. And I always had faith, and this is one of the best looking projects out there at the moment.
Oh,
So I
wow.
always had faith that it would come, and I wasn't able to help you yet because I'd said to myself, I'm not backing any more projects because I went a little crazy last month. I'm not backing any more projects until July, and then I got drunk with RT Bear and swept up in the moment and backed him live on a stream.
Of course.
He kind of jumped the line. He was such a fun guy that we were having such a good time. I couldn't help myself. As well.
We have a question then. When you first went nuts and backed too many, were you drunk then also?
No, I was just swept up in Comicsgate. Like
Okay.
I was having so much fun. My book was getting backed. Things were happening. It was just felt like I felt like we'd come past a lot of the drama and everything, and people were starting to want to do a bit more fun. And I just thought, you know what? I'm going to go for it. Screw it. And then I looked at my bank account and I was like, ahoy. and as well, our financial year starts in July, so like all of my income that I'll get from this book will be taken into account from the Lucent I'm talking about after July. So then I can do tax offsets with books that I back, because this is all research, obviously. I mean, this isn't just entertainment. I want to see how you guys what do you guys have in your books, how you're packaging them, what kind of extras. This is about investigating my competition. I have evil to defeat.
Okay.
So I will be judging you.
Oh.
Not really. Well,
The SJWs have prepared me.
Look at the chat going off. This chat is picking up. Gel said, I got grifted into buying Ben's book yesterday.
That's true.
How did that happen?
Oh, we were on Rosetta's stream, and he got swept up.
Nothing like pressure. So, Ben, you seemed like you were going. Oh, you can push me down if you want, Mike.
Here you go. Bing.
As I was saying, you seem like you were really astounded, taken aback, swept up in your, with your tweets. I couldn't quite make your voice out by reading your tweets. What happened the other day when you saw it was funded?
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, I was actually on. No. I just gotten off stream, and I just started. I just started freaking out, celebrating. I didn't like. I mean, I was kind of starting to see it coming, because I mean, we literally got up to the point where it was like 6,425, and like I knew, like, okay, we got that in the bag, like.
But this is in AUD. I don't know why I've got it in AUD here. I always do that. Here we go. Stupid. I don't want to say stupid Indigo.
It actually makes it look a lot better in
it does,
AUD.
but it's not real. It's not real. Dollary doos aren't real. Everyone knows that. We have fake plastic money that has see-through windows in it.
I want to see it. I've never seen Australian money.
Oh, we can load that up. I'll do that in the background.
We got the similar thing happening in Canada here.
What?
Mexican peso with our Canadian pesos.
Gelth was telling me about pesky kangaroos getting in the way, and I just think that's wild. Like, I love that. Just the fact that, like, for us, it's like we're always like, oh, freaking rats are getting in places, and it's like for y'all, oh, a 6-foot marsupial's getting in. You know.
There's a dollar do for you. And of course, they all have names, like Pink Lady, Pineapple, Salmons, all that sort of stuff, just depending on the colors. And see these spots here, these are all windows. So these are see-through. And these are the old ones, actually. Where are the new ones? The new ones have, like, clear plastic column through the whole thing. So you can put them in your pocket and wash them. It's all fine.
Wow.
Where are the new ones? There they are. New ones.
That is
I think
bizarre.
no, they don't. They look fake. That's fake.
Monopoly money is taking over the world.
There we go. That's a new one.
Who is that?
Look at that. It looks weird like that. Now, where's this the normal image? There we go. So that is Mary Riley, and this is John Flynn.
Oh.
Very famous people that you all know all the history about.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got holograms. You've got this
I
is
have
this
their posters on my
see-through
wall.
part. This is a see-through part. It's all got microprint and stuff, and it's all plastic.
What's the point of the see-through?
Well, I guess it's pretty much impossible to you can't print on it.
Well, it's impossible to not impossible.
Replicate,
It's
yeah.
unlikely you're going to make a printer. That can
Yeah.
happen.
There's so many anti-counterfeiting measures in it that it just becomes too busy to bother trying to replicate it.
Skip
Unless
Edwards has a good question.
a replicator.
Why isn't he? Absolutely, he should be.
That would
I'd-
make
I'd
your
vote
currency
on that.
collectible.
That would make sense.
I would vote in the government who ran on that platform. Counterfeit. Antoine is like, yeah, you get. He's like, what morons am I hanging out with here that don't even know the word counterfeit?
Well, we have to use the word replicate so we can talk about Rob Arnold. You know.
Oh, we do later, yeah. There's news there as well. I do this to people all the time. They get excited when they see that number. I'm sorry. It reverts back, and like I can't remember every single time.
Yeah. Thanks for the fake out, Mike.
Yeah, well, but still, yeah. So you had a little party, and did you notice that things started coming through a little bit quicker after you got funded?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, we were
Yeah,
talking about that
definitely.
yesterday.
It was like people just all of a sudden started, like, any time I'd go on a stream, there'd be like at least 4 people back, and like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's it's just that well, this is a sure thing now. People do love to back a winner,
Absolutely.
and and especially
yeah.
if it's international, and it's $25 plus shipping, and people are worried, oh, is this actually going to happen? Do I want to park my money here for a couple of months and then wait until it gets refunded? Nothing happens, or I can just buy this other book that's already funded. So
Yeah. Oh, no, I totally
congratulations, man.
Oh, thank you
Congratulations.
so much. No, I knew it was kind of an uphill fight, but I mean, we did it,
I remember we actually started looking at Outlaw Nights before Bancroft was blessed with so many guests coming on every single night, and we were just kind of looking at campaigns here and there. Outlaw Nights was one of the first books that we looked at,
Oh, hell yeah, man.
and we were kind of like, "Wow,
You sound a bit muffled, Bandito. You
give me 1
change your-
second. Hold on.
Your microphone?
I'm guessing
Wrong microphone.
wrong microphone."
I mean, I know it adds to our unprofessional charm, but I'm just worried. Like, I want people to hear your astute opinions.
Well, how are we doing now?
I'm doing fine, but your sound is okay too.
Yeah, that's better. That's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying that way back before Michael was blessed with so many guests coming on his show, this was one of the first campaigns that we looked at, and we were like, "Ooh, it's off to a slow start," but we really hope that we can catch some ground and find its footing and get funded. And now here we are.
Hell yeah.
Back again. And another thing that I love to see now, that it's a great thing about Comicsgate, is people rally around that final sprint to the finish line, and everyone kind of gets behind it and helps out and retweets and gets people on shows. I missed out. I slept on it. Sorry about that, Ben. I wasn't able to be part of that. We got you on here now, and now it's more of a celebration. And
Absolutely.
we want to relax, but we do want to get you higher and higher.
Oh well, hell yeah! Because our if we can hit our 10K stretch goal, we can double this book, make it a solid 50.
Wow.
Oh damn!
That's awesome. There you go. That's incentive.
And too bad it's not $10,000 dues because you'd already be there.
It was exciting at first. Like for a split second, I'm like, "Oh damn! Did
Someone's bought like 100 copies or something." But, nah.
Like, man, that was one hell of a rush.
I get the same thing. I get the same thing every time I open the window again, and it says the Lucent is on 34,000 or something. Okay, oh, that would be nice.
So we got 120 backers. We got 2 days left. And what streams are you going to be on in the very near future?
Well, honestly, the main one that I know of is a WC channel, I think. I can't really remember the guy's name, to be honest. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. You should see Michael trying to figure out which guest is going to be on tonight.
Oh man, you want to know why it all happened so last minute?
Oh,
sometimes I got things in the air. Last week especially was like just trying to juggle, 10 people who was going to come on, and then some people they can't make it, plans change and stuff, and then it's last minute, and hey, I know what it's like. And when you're campaigning as well, it's all a blur sometimes.
No, but no, I just remembered. I'm going to be on Mandy's tomorrow night.
Oh, there you go. The Mandy's bump. Yeah.
Yes, that's a fun show.
Oh yeah, no, I've been on with Mandy before. She's great. I mean, so many people in the community have helped me out, and it's just been amazing.
That's what it's all about. I mean, we all kind of help each other out. There's a little bit of self-interest in there. I help you. You scratch my back. You scratch my. What is it? Who's scratching whose back? Some people backs are getting scratched. All right.
Backs are scratched.
And, but at the same time, you can have fun along the way. A back scratch feels good.
It's a true story. How's my audio doing now?
I'm down.
Your audio is fine, man.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, you're all good.
Antoine was complaining.
No, that was from earlier. You sounded like you were talking underwater.
Yeah,
you sounded like you were talking from outer space.
Just under whiskey.
Space pirates. They're trying to attack you. You were hiding in some sort of holding cell, and women with huge Gatling guns trying to hunt you down.
Never heard that euphemism before.
That's just a Tuesday night.
Is that me who sounds robotic? I always sound robotic.
Yeah, you did a little bit of robot earlier.
It's the Bancroft robot. It's just what you get.
It's a part of your charm.
It is. I mean, even if I had the chance to make sure that the internet wasn't patchy and I had a better sound system and I could get my video going and everything worked, I wouldn't, because then I wouldn't be able to relax and just blame everything on being unprofessional.
Well, no matter how good of a host you are, many people still like a little mechanical assistance. So let's talk about the ladies in this comic here.
Well, the main lady on the cover there, that's Code, and she's part of the pirate crew of Hazard. And she really doesn't have a big role in this issue. She just kind of shows up, as
she looks like she has a couple of big roles.
But
I don't know what's wrong with me tonight.
she's gonna be a part. She's gonna be more incorporated into the story in issue 2 and 3.
Is that she's got a buzz cut?
Yeah.
So she's all business.
She's got some Vasquez qualities going on there.
I can tell you that she's very loosely based on Fujin from Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh, cool.
See you later,
Super cool.
Gelf.
I like the idea of
Cheers,
like
Gelf.
oh, see you later, man. No, I like the idea of like the all business badass woman who doesn't. She's a woman of few words, but she's very direct, and she'll put a knife to your throat if you look at her cross-eyed.
That's
Yeah,
just another
unlike-
Tuesday night.
Unlike Vasquez, no one is saying, "Has anyone ever mistaken you for a woman?" or whatever it said there.
That's going to be edited out of the next iteration of Aliens. Yeah.
She's kind of showing it off there. Front and center.
Absolutely.
On
Then we got
display.
Snake Plissken. I definitely get some Snake Plissken vibes off of this character.
Well,
Who's Snake Plissken?
Escape from LA, Escape from New York.
yeah, he's very sarcastic and he's very witty, but he's also got a lot of deep-seated anger issues. But he's also I made it to where he's sort of like he's partially Hispanic, so I think that's going to come into play eventually.
Okay.
But he's very he's a wise ass.
Nice.
Antoine says the guy's lips in the background are a bit creepy. He looks like he smokes Newports. Are you talking about this guy here? A lot of definition on the lip area. Is that what you're saying, Antoine?
Well, he does vape on e-cigars.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
Explained. Getting the deep law now.
It's the future. Everybody's vaping.
There's one right there. What flavor do they vape?
Well, this is the Magdalena, so they're all business for the most part. So most likely just classic tobacco.
Truckers in space. Pirates.
Hey,
pirates
is
in
it
space.
like they're banning? I know they're doing this in Australia. They're trying to ban vaping.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but they were like, every single store you can go, you can get like cigarettes and stuff, but they're really cracking down on the vaping. They don't want that to take off. I don't know the reasoning behind all that.
No, you can't sell as much with the taxes.
That's usually what everyone says. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what a pack of cigarettes here. I mean, I don't smoke. I've never smoked, but they're obscenely expensive. So much so that we have a black market here. I mean, just like these guys could get into the black market, the cigarette black market. They could become cigarette pirates in Australia and make a killing.
Well,
Well,
looks like
yeah.
they do make a killing.
Well, yeah. In this future, I can tell you that yes, regular tobacco is outlawed.
Ah.
Ah,
Well, not to be
Yes,
15 minutes behind on the conversation, but I finally scrolled all the way down to where you were celebrating having gotten funded in your Twitter stream.
oh, in the Twitter stream. I thought you were talking about on the campaign page.
No, on his Twitter stream when he went nuts the other day and blew up like a Super Saiyan.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I saw that. Yeah, you posted a video.
He was pretty much going
transformed.
Oprah on us. He's like, "You get a thank you, and you get a thank you, and you."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but it's fantastic. It's a fantastic moment, and like Ben said, there's a lot of people to thank, and
At least 120 people to thank.
Absolutely. Actually,
But-
more than that.
Yeah.
Back to smoking. It's like pipe tobacco is weird. It smells kind of nice before you smoke it, but then after that, it's just smoke like everything else.
That's kind of metaphorical.
I still have my dad's pipe here. Actually, it was one of the things that got handed down to me, and it's definitely a novelty item. Being a farmer, he wouldn't throw anything away, and so he had like all these super nice pipes. But this was the one that he always smoked, and he repaired it about 150 times.
Oh,
yeah, that's been
Wow.
well loved.
Yeah, and
Not
so
to
when
get
he passed
too
away,
not to get too personal, Bandito, but is that what did him in?
possibly.
Yeah.
So he Yeah, I don't want to go into the grisly details, but I would say it probably added to. Yeah.
What's worse, cigarettes, cigars,
Yes.
pipes, or chewing tobacco?
Commercial cigarettes are not made of tobacco. The tobacco is liquefied and then mixed with other chemicals. They repress it out like paper and chop that up. If there's anything bad in tobacco itself, you're going to get way more than that in a commercial cigarette.
Yeah.
There you go.
Damn.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
and
you've
it's
done
the
your
chemicals.
research, Blue.
And it's not just the chemicals, but also the filters have,
Mhm.
or at least they used to. I don't know about now, but they used to have like a fiberglass component to it, and so that would actually, when you breathed it in, it would cut up, make little micro cuts for your tongue and that kind of stuff. So the
God.
chemicals are going directly into your bloodstream.
Here's something funny.
That's not
Like-
funny. What?
Same thing with dip and chewing tobacco. They'd mix little
That's horrible.
fiberglass in the stuff so it cuts your lip.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
as far as like asbestos or other things in the filter, now there's no asbestos in filters anymore. But
Yeah.
the problem with asbestos is it's not directly carcinogenic, but if asbestos gets into your lungs, your immune system throws everything it can at it until you are generating chemicals to try and to destroy the asbestos, and those chemicals you generate are carcinogenic at that point.
And your lungs also build scar tissue around it because it can't deal with the asbestos.
all right. Well, let's not go too deep into the medical. I was just trying to say an interesting anecdote. Everyone in my life, when we were kids, when you're kids, you just kind of take all the messages that you get, and some kids get really gung ho, like, "Oh, smoking is for losers." They really take the advertising that they give at the schools really to heart. And I was always like, "Oh yeah," like my mum smoked. Oh yeah, whatever. And it was all the kids who were really anti-smoking when they were young, ended up smoking when they were teens and young adults. It always seemed to be that way.
Well, if nothing else, we've helped people in
There
the
you go.
audience
Yeah.
recognize how dangerous smoking is.
That's why I stick to drinking.
Lord Crackhead says weed is healthier. Only if you're using a bong, because you got to filter the tar out. The tar is heavier than cigarettes. Okay, back to
All right.
smoke a comic book.
This has been your
Say
public
no to
service
drugs,
announcement.
kids.
Brought to you by Outlaw Nights.
Printed on hemp paper. No.
Have you got anyone to be one of your dudes yet?
Well, so far we've got two. I think we've got 3 folks who have bought
Oh,
into the drawn-in tier.
congrats.
Hell yeah!
That's a lot of fun. And
But
are they
we-
going to be recurring characters, or is it something you negotiate who they are? How does that work?
It's mostly gonna be, as extras, background, and stuff like that. Hostages, members of people's crews and stuff. Who aren't really specific characters.
Yeah.
I can relate to this.
But no matter what, if you get into that tier, you're gonna be drawn in, and you're gonna look sexy as hell.
You're not gonna be this guy back here, though, are you? Can't even. see
No,
his-
but I actually I actually really got into that character. Render just drew that as a background extra, and I just thought, wow, I really like him.
I thought this had to be a main character because just the way he's standing, his sort of body language, the fact that he's got a hood makes him mysterious. There's intrigue there.
We wanted to make sure, the extras, we didn't want them to look too generic because we wanted to make it look like our characters really fit into this setting. You know what I mean?
I wish
That
the
any one of these characters could actually end up being the characters you're following.
Well,
you just happen to follow the ones that are at the forefront.
Well, they could, there's always the possibility I could pick up a few of these designs, and expand on these as extra characters.
Ben, your artist, he likes
Yo.
the cleavage.
Oh God, yeah.
Do you approve?
I approve. I
think
mean,
we all approve. I mean, what is the future? Without a little bit of the good stuff to look at.
well,
Hey, Joe King is here. What's
Yeah.
up?
Hail
The ways
Joe
I
King.
see it, in many ways, my comic is very woke because both the men and the women are objectified.
Nice. Right. You're a
Little
pioneer.
equality goes a long way.
Without women showing their, well, let's say, letting their beauty be available in some way or another, not not fully exposed, just some beauty, there won't be a future.
Yeah. Well, my kiddo showed me a tweet today where they were talking about all the things that people are trying to force normalization on. And the third suggestion was nipples. And she thought that was incredibly funny. She was like, why do you need to, what is abnormal about nipples, first of all? She didn't understand the concept. And then she said, why do you want to make it so that nothing is interesting? Like, why do you want to make it so that stuff isn't attractive or funny or, just interesting in and of themselves? And I said, you know what? Nipples are all those things, and we should hold on to that.
Mo,
And she agreed.
where were you? Where were you? I started bang on time today, like to the second, and you were nowhere to be found. Outrageous. So disappointed. Glad you're
Fashionably
here, buddy,
late.
though. Glad you're here.
There's been no link.
He says you can
posted.
tell she's up to no good by the way she's suspiciously concealing her organs, while just not so suspiciously showing off other bits and pieces.
I'm sorry. Can you hear my dog?
It's
Hello,
okay.
It's all good.
We hear Bandito's hairless cats all the time. They
That's a true
walk in
story.
and out,
Warbling
off
in the
their-
background.
their wrinkles.
Hang on one sec. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, Joe King is here, and he says Slaughter Squad has only 33 hours left. Yeah, I know. It looks funny, doesn't
What?
it? We're down to the hours now. We're ending at the same time. I don't know if you guys know, but Indiegogo ends all campaigns at the same time. It's I
Interesting.
think it's like 12 Central or Pacific time or something like that. So yeah, and I think Joe has agreed. I'm pretty sure he has. He's going to come on. We're going to do a stream tomorrow. We're going to do a countdown stream. Where we just it's like a joint party. Some people, if their parties get their birthdays are close together, you can do a joint party. I think that's what we're going to do. That's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be tomorrow. Our campaigns are ending, Joe. Well, yours is just counting down, so it's really going to be a bit different. Mine's ending. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think I'm going to have to drink again. I'm turning into Bandito.
All people
He says, "Yeah, bro, let's
We'll
do
all
it.
turn
This
to
is going to
drink.
be a lot of fun." I love Joe. He's a fun guy. He's bringing cigars and whiskey. I can't do cigars. Bring the whiskey. I can't do cigars. I don't know if you have had this with. It's not necessarily the taste or the smell of cigars. I actually really like the smell of cigars. It's that I had a bad experience when I was a kid. I was drunk. I didn't know what I was doing. I must have inhaled and who knows what I did. I don't even remember it. But I vomited everywhere. It was my graduation, high school graduation. I smoked a cigar.
Well, I'll
And
join in
now I
with
just
you,
no,
Joe.
I'm just not interested at all. If you have a bad experience with something,
Oh,
what,
man.
3 hours left for lost pages? That's just the countdown,
What?
yeah. You're going into another month, hopefully.
Yeah, I think that's a trick.
Yeah, because he came on. Yeah, I remember when you launched. It was after I was already. Yeah, okay, cool. He says, "What's up, Zaid Comics? Thanks so much for coming here, guys."
Sexiest
Back
chat
to
in
hey,
Comicsgate
what did
right
you do to
there.
your dog, Ben? You didn't do anything bad, did you?
No.
What kind of dog you got?
I have 2 pit bull mixes.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
I got a little girl and a big boy.
We like big dogs in our house. We don't have a dog, but my wife and I are both in agreement were we to get one, a nice big one. I don't like the little ankle biters so much.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Do you like Rottweilers?
I love Rottweilers.
Good. Yeah, when I was hitchhiking across the states, the first pickup I got outside of the town where I lived was a trucker. He picked me up because his Rottweiler from inside the cab liked me out on the road. Her name was Coco. She was awesome. She was huge. So I love Rottweilers.
I love Rottweilers. I love boxers. I like Labradors, but Mel hates them. So, but whatever. My mum has had enough Labradors. I don't need to get one of them, but I don't know. Dogs are like, I've got kids. Dogs are hard. Dogs and cats are easier, but they last so long. God, they never die.
Oh God.
Just like the thought of having to look after this this animal for, I don't know, 15, 20 years, it scares me.
I just did the wrong campaign. Dang it. Thought I was going to do something good, and I did the wrong campaign for Joe.
What's wrong with these guys here? Their eyes are looking at some sort of screen. They should be looking more down in this direction here.
It's an emergency. They uploaded a virus to the computer.
All right. I guess they got to work. It's a winky virus.
You know, I always loved that in like different like cartoons and stuff that I would see, like how whenever somebody uploads a virus, it's like some cutesy animation that's like flipping you off or something. You know, like.
Why you got to be like that, Mo? I do love Rottweilers. Bull Mastiffs. Well, they're massive. We're not talking big dogs anymore. We're talking beasts. Beast of burden.
All right.
I said it before. Last time you were on here, I love your ships.
Oh hell yeah!
We got talking about ships. That's all. I love that stuff.
Yeah, and how
now.
And how that ship in particular, Hazard, because the captain's name is Ivory. Render designed this ship to where if you look at it from the top looking down, it looks like an elephant skull.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I love those little details. That's what making comics is all about. Who's an SJW? Is that me?
Mm-hmm.
Why you gotta be like
I'm
that?
Gonna have to have
Bancroft?
words, Mo. I've gotten to the point now where my chat is making fun of me, so I know I must be making it as
You're
a
doing something
YouTuber.
right. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've only ever seen them in a dog park, you know. They are like, just running around. People get scared of them because they think they're just going to squash their little dogs, even though they're gentle things. But people get scared of Rottweilers no matter what.
Yeah, there aren't any bad dogs. There's only bad owners.
amen.
Yeah.
It always seems to be that case, doesn't it? Like, you know, another dog attack outside of someone's house. There's been just countless, complaints, and then eventually the thing gets out and someone gets bitten or mauled.
Although I do know of one case where the dog was a complete sweetheart, but there was these kids that would go by and pester it every single day, and the owner didn't know that that's what was happening. And the dog, they had stuck their fingers over the fence at one point in time, and the dog bit them. So
I had a racist dog.
What?
Oh
Yeah.
Lord.
We got a dog. We had such bad luck with dogs. My mum had a clear, and she's kept this up. She only rescues dogs. She doesn't get like bred dogs or anything like that. And so we were rescuing dogs, but they would turn bad. You know, they just have personality problems and stuff that we couldn't help them with. And then we finally did get one that was, we could have in the house. I mean, we were kids. We were teenagers by then. But this dog had been chained up her whole life. And she was just so happy to be, with us, looking after her. She was allowed to go on the bed and lie down. But every time an Asian would come to the door, whether it's a friend or a postman or anyone, she would go berserk. Every time. And it was just the bizarrest thing. It was like testing us. Yeah, it was just Asians. So we had a racist Asian hating dog.
Oh, shit.
At least though we knew, like one of my best friends is half Asian, so we knew when he was coming by, the barking would start up. Joe, getting spicy. Yeah, and I mean, who knows? I mean, it could have had something to do with
Past owners.
they just recognized
Yeah.
someone that was part of the abuse.
Well, the good part about that is that no Asians are going to be sneaking up on you, no matter what. So,
if ever there's like a ninja attack,
there you go.
she had my back.
Yeah.
No, I would never cancel you, Mo Biggs. Keep the ribbon coming. That's how I know that I've made it. Like Ethan's channel now is just non-stop people calling him fat. I love it. I get in on it.
You're gonna have to gain a few pounds.
Well, that's what happens when you announce to the world that you're getting sick of it, which he did.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that. Have you guys seen Romper Stomper?
Yeah, most of it.
With Russell Crowe? I watched that way too young. I was an innocent boy because it's all set in my city. And have you guys ever seen in Hollywood, right? And this is an Australian movie, but same sort of thing. In movies, they always put like a filter over certain parts of the world. So Mexico is always yellow,
Mm-hmm.
and Eastern Europe is always like a gray blue in color. It's really desaturated. And America is normal and bright and normal. And Australia is always like the Matrix. And the Matrix was filmed in Australia. So in all of our it was filmed in Sydney and Melbourne. If you listen closely, I didn't notice this. If you listen closely, a lot of the extras, the cops, the ones who have lines, they're Australians. You can hear it. They're trying to do American accents, but they sound like me trying to do an American accent. They're like, "Oh, you stop that there!" It's they sound like the guy at the end of Point Break, if you remember that movie, saying, "Oh, you can't go out there." It's so Australian films, I don't know why they do this. They put this green filter over all of our city. So in Romper Stomper, they had that as well. So I would see the train stations that I would go to in this kind of really grimy, gritty green lighting. And yeah, it made me scared because Romper Stomper is a really dark film. And if you're just like a suburban kid, it's about skinheads. If you're just a suburban kid, is growing up playing footy, which is our football, and just going to school, and then you see this is supposed to be set in Melbourne, in current time. That really freaked me out.
Yeah.
So don't even start.
So all of this ties into your racist dog watching too much Romper Stomper and becoming the perfect ninja detector.
I would suggest, Joe, don't see Romper Stomper. It's an all right film, I guess, for its time, but it's not entertaining. It's not funny. It's not relevant at all. There is no real issue with skinheads here at all in Melbourne, and everyone loves Asians here, so it doesn't really have anything to do. If you're going to see a dark, gritty take on the Australian underbelly, see Chopper. That is a hilarious movie, and you'll get an insight into what Australia is actually like our dark humor.
Yeah, it's Romper Stomper is more about the tragedy of the main character, right? And the skinheads' racism against Asians is just a vehicle to give the Asians to give the skinheads somebody to go up against. So I'm glad to hear that that's not really a problem there, but it is a dark examination of a man gone too far. And if you can actually understand through the thick accents and you don't get a copy with terrible audio, it's probably a better movie.
Oh, yeah, it is unapologetically Australian. But if you want to see a really thin, young, muscular Russell Crowe, because I don't know if you've seen the latest trailer for the one where he's going crazy in a car. Yeah, he's not like that anymore.
Yeah. He's a big boy now.
Somewhere, I'm sorry, what was that, Bendito?
He's a big boy now.
Yeah, somewhere deep inside all of that, there's still a skinny little Russell Crowe.
Somewhere inside
five
all
or
of
six
us
of them.
is still a skinny little 18-year-old somewhere. I keep telling Mel that he's still in there, the guy that you met in Germany, that 23-year-old who actually had muscles and and a handsome face. He's still in there. He's just relaxing. He's just trying to sleep in. Antoine, yeah, we don't do that Asian thing. Like when I say Asians, I mean Orientals, like Chinese, mostly Chinese.
That has become a racist remark now.
It's a great word. It's needed. It's
I know.
needed. It's the Orient. I mean, it's they're their own people. Why lump? How can you lump the Chinese in with Iranians? And Indians? They're not the same people. So no, we call Indians Indians, Sri Lankans, Iranians. Although a lot of the time they'll tell you no, we're Persians. We don't do that thing that they do in the UK where Asian is they're supposed to mean Muslim. Speaking of man gone too far, please support. Well, Joe's just checked out the Chopper trailer. Yeah, and it is wild. I showed Mel that, my wife. I mean, she barely spoke English. She had no idea anything about Australia, and she was like, "What the hell am I getting into?"
Did I show you have I shown you the trailer? Like, we have a new trailer on the campaign.
No. Oh.
Yeah, it was made by Verse Films.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's watch it.
Let's break it out. Are we going to push play, or what's happening?
Is it on the thing? Is
Yeah.
Is it okay? All right. I thought you were bringing it up. I'm an idiot. I've got to reshare. So I've got to
reshare with some audio.
With some audio. All right. Here we go.
Gotta get the audio.
Let's do it.
Get the audio.
Well, that's a improvement.
Improvement
on what you had before. Goodness. I would have played at the start. I didn't check because I remembered that. You had like Arial font or something in the last one. Although my one criticism from there, and I mean, I thought it was going to do it, is that it says big guns, big adventure in space, and then you have two cuts where it's like zooming in on the cleavage. I thought it was going to say big titties. I mean, that seems
I didn't
like
want to go that far.
There. You just implied it.
You gotta know your audience, man. You gotta go that far.
Raging Golden Eagle, he would have gone that far, and that's why he's sitting on 200K.
That's a true story.
Sim's here. Simon's here. He says, "Get 50 pages when this gets to 10K."
Yep.
Hell yeah. Well, we want that to happen, absolutely.
And how many pages is it now?
25.
25
it's a double,
pages.
man. It's double. Double up. Going all in. Double or nothing. Man, I love this page still.
Hell yeah.
And that's I'm presuming that's a double page.
Oh, yeah,
spread.
that's,
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, it's really
Yes,
big.
sir.
You get to see all the bits and pieces.
Hell yeah.
And how
Space pirates.
long is this story going to be? Like, do we have volume 2, 3, 4 to expect? What are we going up to? 20?
We're if
30?
we can
300?
get the 50 pages, we're gonna do 6 issues for this arc, and then after that, I'm gonna try to do like standalone books.
Nice.
Skip Edwards, he knows where it's at. He says, "How them big titties."
Hell, that ass titty.
Antoine Dennison is really hoping you guys hit 10K. Hey, did you guys know I had a new trailer as well?
I did not.
I just got it today.
Really?
Oh.
It's the new artist. First time ever making a trailer. Do you guys want to check it out?
Of course.
All right, I got to share the screen
Is this
again.
a gag? Are we going to find out it's like some Australian in the backwater beating up a crocodile or something like that?
Well, it is an Australian, but it's not. There's nothing to do with crocodiles.
Okay.
You ready?
It just sounded like a setup. I knew it. All right, this is going to be perfect.
She's doing her own sound effects on the iPad.
Thrust into a conflict where ancient shadows fight secret wars for control of the future. Her allies hide in plain sight, but so do her enemies.
What do you reckon? Maybe I should have led with that. I'd be on 50K by now.
It's a true story. That was perfect.
She got
Every
every app
issue
where
does.
she's like playing with things, and she must have found a one that sounded like that.
Every SJW is going to be on you for child labor.
Do you see what comic skaters do to their kids?
Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Well, we put them to work. I mean, I've said openly, as soon as she is able to, she's going to become my flatter. That's happening.
Okay.
And Bandito's muted himself, but he's going to get his kids working too. His daughter's actually a really talented artist.
Wow.
Just give me a quick second here. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
She's giving me a quick update, so I'm just gonna have her bring me the page itself.
Oh, wow.
Oh, is it painted already?
So here's where we're at.
Wow.
Where's my camera here? Hold on a sec. There we go.
Check that out.
Damn.
That's some
That
expression.
is some good stuff,
Yeah.
isn't it?
And she's putting a lot of detail into the pencil work, and I've told her you don't need to do that because you're painting it. She's like, I know, but I want to make it like this. So,
Let
now you
her
make the
figure
full
it
screen.
out.
All right, we'll do it one more time. We'll go one more time.
Some really good gesturing too, expression. And this is going to be good.
Damn.
And this is her at 15 too.
15.
She keeps this up. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. So yeah, the whole child labor thing. I thought that's what we had kids for. So
Absolutely.
The slaughter lucent, or the lucent slaughter. I mean, it's not a name. It's not the first thing in front of it, but usually like it ends with slaughter.
the lucent slaughter.
The lucent
Well,
slaughter.
excuse me.
That's the name of tomorrow's stream. Ben, we're having Joe come on, and we're going to do a closeout. I'm going to do a bit of a party. I know we partied just the other day, but it's not every day that your first campaign ends. Joe's isn't ending; he's just doing a countdown. It's his first 30 days, but yeah, why not?
Wait,
Get everyone
Joe's
on board.
Joe's not actually ending.
It's countdown, so he's ending his first 30 days. So we're going to have to remind him to extend it at some point.
Okay, so he's really on par with Lost Pages. I should have been doing the Lost Squad then.
Is
Okay,
the Lost Pages is ending in 3 days or something, isn't it? 2 days.
Oh no, it's
I
ending.
mean, the countdown.
The
It's ending
countdown.
now.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on anymore.
That's why I'm here.
Lucent Squad. I like that. Every day, it's like another milestone as you come towards the end. And oh, look, it says 34 again. Let's clean this up. And guys, I don't know if you know this, but this number here, 23881, do you know what that means?
What?
It means we've defeated the evil.
Oh,
Rob
yes.
Arnold.
Rob.
Has been laid low.
Get that guy out of here. There's a new king in town.
There's a new Aussie on the block.
New Aussie. And 476 backers on your way to 500? Oh, my goodness.
Now, I think he was on 23,600, something like that. So now this is all cream. We've got to really try and get as far ahead of him as possible so that when he comes back with the counter punch, which will be Replicator 3, he has a high bar that he has to match up against.
It'll make
because I mean, I'm not above slapping him down twice.
No.
You're also not above him.
What do you mean?
Load his page.
He's higher? He's gone up?
Did he get a couple extra backers? That
he's got that
cheeky drop there.
Damn it! Well, I mean, okay. Well, okay. In that sense, then we have evil to defeat. I was enjoying having defeated evil.
That's
he
okay.
probably found out about it and has like rallied his whole family or something.
A victory twice earned is a victory twice deserved.
All right. Oh, what are we talking here? 23886. Oh my god! Someone can defeat the evil right now by donating $7. Who out there can do that?
Lordy.
Or back in,
Brothers and sisters, come
we are on
before us
the
now.
cusp.
And may your offerings to the Lucent push us past the mighty evil that is before us.
That is all right.
Now, if anybody wants to keep track of this themselves for their convenience, I've put the link in the chat. So
now they're going to go on back the replicator.
Blue is a hero for knocking Michael down and making needs it up. The Fragger awarded him God status. Yeah,
there you go.
Fragger was like, wow.
Balance must be maintained.
This is. I sense this the beginning of a good rivalry here. I'm going to enjoy this.
Rob is good people, no matter how evil he is.
Yeah. I mean, but he's writing an evil book. It's about evil things. Look at that. Yeah. I mean, this needs to be defeated. Clearly,
nothing good can come from this. Yeah.
See, this is what a friendly competition should be. I was just commenting over, distracting myself from the homework I'm supposed to be doing. I was over in Carla and John's stream earlier, and mentioning that my old mentor, the guy who I was posting about earlier today, Bandito, when he was in the weight room, I once worked for an NFL team for 2 summers. But anyway, in the weight room once, I said to him, "Are you having a friendly competition with the other player here?" And he looked at me and he's like, "No, we don't do things that way." And there was a little more to it than that. But this is okay for friendly competition, I think. But over there on the other stream,
we have 2 brothers here. A tragic story in the end, but 2 brothers who started out in my hometown of Melbourne as skateboarders, and they competed against each other until they were 1 and 2 in the world for skateboarding. I believe in it absolutely. If we can each campaign outdo each other, that's just the ladder to success. So I welcome the rivalry being born here. We may need to do a video on that. But,
once again, the link to Replicator is in the chat.
Everyone go and back the Replicator if you haven't already, because then that means you have to go and back the Lucent.
Have they not been feeding you very well, Blue? Like this sudden turn.
The trapdoor hasn't opened recently. I haven't had any sauerkraut.
The sauerkraut's been great.
I need
I've
Mel to
gotta
wheel
reach out
down a
to Scott.
snack on the tray on that rope that comes down through the trap door. Blood sugar's getting low.
So look, we are. I mean, it's every day. We are 4 backers away from 480. To get on, if we can get to 480 by the time tomorrow's stream starts, I mean that's just a
man.
clear run to 500.
Oh man.
The sprint, and now we are appearing back. If I go here, where am I going? Explore comics. We're like back at the top somewhere. I think you have to scroll. Like this is only going to go higher. There we are. We're already back here, right? We need to get up higher. That'll happen as the campaign ends, and then it's just on for young and old.
That's
So
awesome.
it can happen. 500 backers, but first we need to get to 480.
How many backers is Outlaw Nights on?
We are on 120.
120. We got to be able to double that. Are you in demand now?
Nah, but
Not
we will
yet.
be in
2
2 days.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, we got to be able to double that for you.
Oh hell yeah!
I'm sure
240.
Comicsgate can come out for this, especially once. Are you going to be doing some updates with artwork and stuff, or what do you got planned coming up?
Well, I'm gonna keep everybody informed via update and email, and of course, anytime we get new pages, I'm gonna be showing off the line work.
Nice. Yeah, that's what you got to do. I mean, every single. I think it's only over time that we really start to see this, but every single campaign has to be written like your book itself. Like the campaign needs to be its own adventure almost for people to really get excited and invested in it. Hence the reason we look to defeat the evil every single day.
We need to get a little calendar together of banditoisms. Like a flip calendar. Your campaign needs to be a story. It needs to reflect whatever it is,
It needs to be an adventure. Your campaign.
That was me reading Lord of the Rings. I'd felt like at the end of it, I needed to go lie down for a couple of months after that. It was such a slog just to get through that book. Like a reflection of what was on the inside. But unfortunately, we've come to the end of our time here today.
Holy
so we're going to have to say goodbye.
We flew through that.
And time flies when you're having fun.
It's a true story.
Ben, thanks so much for coming on, buddy. Congratulations again. On your success.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, and we hope to see this at least get this up to 200, and then from the 200 backers, and then onto the stars.
Hell
Straight
yeah!
until morning.
Because we want to see you get the. We want to see you double this book.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, me too.
It's a great looking IP. I love all the nostalgia with it. Looks like it has every single one of my favorite 90s movies represented and jammed in there, and it's going to just be busting like your Gunner Girls wardrobe.
I hate when she says that, crackhead. Especially when she puts in the lol at the end. That's a real kick in the nuts.
No, it's really bad when she texts it to you.
Yeah, she rolls over and texts it. Yeah, that's when you know you failed. All right, guys. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for the Lucent Slaughter party. That's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks again, Ben. Thanks, Bandito. Thanks, Blue. Thank you to the chat. You guys are always amazing.
Sexiest chat in Comicsgate.
Absolutely. All right, guys. See you tomorrow.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
See y'all.